When you say pizza, anyone from New York to Tokyo pictures the same thing: a round crust, bright tomato sauce, and melting cheese. But why does this name possess such a fierce vitality that it's never translated, while potatoes or tomatoes change their names whenever they cross an ocean? Why don't we call it cheese bread or tomato pie for the sake of practicality? The practical truth is that behind that sharp sound lies a historical source code spanning over 1,000 years. Pizza didn't start as a royal dish, it began as a survival tool for the working class.
I am Edward, and this is QC Project Simple Things.
Let's dissect why a single snappy name became the universal operating system for global cuisine.
Try saying the word pizza out loud. Do you notice the difference? Unlike universal words like bread or soup that feel neutral, pizza possesses a sharp, punchy, and rhythmic sound structure. It is zippy, concise, and almost musical. This name functions as a linguistic virus. Once heard, it roots itself in the mind and erases all national boundaries. The practical truth is that behind that catchy sound lies a historical record spanning over a millennium. Whether you are in New York or Tokyo, half a world apart, this phrase always triggers a single image: a flat, round base, bubbling cheese, and an explosion of toppings. But pizza is more than just a noun for a dish. It is an identity marker. While other foods are forced to change their names to blend into local languages, pizza chooses to remain unchanged to assert its dominance. It is not just the name of a pie. It is the source code of a culture that conquered the world through simplicity and absolute consistency. Forget the cheesy slices for a moment. The origin of pizza lies in dry economic contracts. The first written record of this name appeared in 997 CE in Gaeta, southern Italy. Not in a cookbook, but in a Latin tax document. The practical truth is that pizza once functioned as a unit of payment. An ancient contract required citizens to pay 12 pizzas, a pork shoulder, and a pork kidney on Christmas Day to fulfill their tax obligations. In that era, pizza didn't resemble a royal dish. It was a flatbread, a cheap, quick survival tool for the working class. The fun fact is that long before delivery apps dominated the world, bakers in Naples operated a primitive fast food system, selling pizza by the slice directly on the street to poor sailors and workers needing immediate energy. Pizza wasn't born out of abundance. It was designed as a minimalist energy solution to power the lives of society's lower class. How is pizza truly made? The secret isn't the toppings, but the mastery of thermal energy. Picture the narrow streets of old Naples centuries ago. Bakers had no timers or machines, only instinct and brick ovens fueled by roaring oak wood. The practical truth is that these ovens hit blistering temperatures of nearly 900 degrees Fahrenheit. In less than 2 minutes, the extreme heat caused the dough to puff, blister, and transform into Neapolitan magic: chewy edges, a crisp base, and a smoky aroma. It was a process that was fast, fierce, and fantastically simple. Fast forward to today, and pizza has entered a sci-fi era. Inside factories like Domino's, the breath of Naples has been replaced by precision conveyor belts. Dough is mixed in massive steel drums, and ingredients are measured down to the gram to ensure every crust rises identically, whether in London, New York, or Tokyo. Instinctive flames have become thermal sensors. This shift isn't just evolution, it's scaling. From a local craft, pizza became a global operation powered by data, speed, and delivery algorithms. Yet, whether baked by hand in an alleyway or timed by sensors in a commercial kitchen, the source code of pizza remains the same: simplicity, heat, and heart. The tools have changed, but its soul remains the street-born energy: fast, hot, and satisfying for everyone. Why is pizza one of the few words that remains unchanged globally? Look at other staples. Potatoes and tomatoes changed their identities, potato, tomato, etc., to blend into local languages. But not pizza. From New York to São Paulo, London to Seoul, those 5 letters remain untouched. The practical truth lies in its linguistic source code, a perfect hybrid of the Latin pincer, to press, and the ancient Greek pita. Pizza isn't just a name, it's a Mediterranean cultural force so potent that when Italian immigrants brought it to New York in 1905, they didn't bother translating it to flatbread pie. The new insight, you should note, why no translation? Simply because, by then, the word pizza had already secured an irreplaceable identity and massive popularity. As it expanded, its phonetic structure remained a physical constant, resisting any local grammatical assimilation. Pizza is the only universal language that requires no translator. To evolve from poor man's street food into a global empire, pizza required a powerful political operating system. Enter the Margherita legend of 1889 in Naples. Whether historical fact or a sophisticated early marketing campaign, Chef Raffaele Esposito's combination of the newly unified Italian flag colors, red tomato, white mozzarella, and green basil, transformed the dish into a political symbol. It was no longer just baked dough, it was Italy on a plate. This script allowed pizza to escape the slums of Naples, enter the palace, and from there, conquer the world. This expansion reached a staggering peak in 2001. While we were busy ordering home delivery, a $1 million Pizza Hut pie made an atmospheric journey to the International Space Station, ISS. Critical audit detail. This wasn't a generic delivery. It was specifically for Russian cosmonaut Yuri Usachov. The fact that an American company spent $1 million to deliver a pie to a Russian cosmonaut on an international station reveals a modern paradox. In its home in Naples, pizza remains a craft, feeding the soul through wood-fired ovens, volcanic stone, and human instinct. Yet, in the rest of the world, it is a multi-billion-dollar industry fueled by algorithms, conveyor belts, and transcontinental logistics. From a simple idea of pressed dough on cobblestone streets, pizza has risen to become both a work of art and an unrivaled global enterprise. Why does the word pizza stick in your brain from the very first listen? Try saying it out loud. Pizza. The pop of the P, the crispness of the tes, and the short, sharp finish provide an auditory satisfaction. It's the verbal equivalent of biting into a crispy crust. The practical truth is that long before branding existed, pizza was already a perfect brand. Bold, snappy, and impossible to mispronounce. This natural bounce allowed it to maintain its identity across every border. Today, pizza is a global citizen with staggering adaptability. In the US, it was supercharged into foldable New York slices or Chicago's casserole-like deep dish. In Brazil, it took a tropical twist with catupiry cheese or even cinnamon bananas, leading São Paulo to declare July 10th as Pizza Day. In Japan, it's a mix of technical precision and playfulness, where squid, seaweed, and teriyaki are arranged with the same care as sushi. Pizza isn't just food, it's evidence of how a minimalist idea can travel, adapt, and thrive. From Naples to Tokyo, it reminds us that the simplest things can unite the world, provided they possess a structure flexible enough for every culture to upload its own identity. I want to give you a practical tool so you are never deceived by your brain's visual shortcuts again, the 10-second rule. Next time you open a pizza box, don't just look at the glossy cheese. Spend those 10 seconds on the crust structure and thermal marker test. First, observe the crust. A traditional Neapolitan pizza will have uneven leopard spotting, the technical marker of a 900-degree Fahrenheit brick oven and human instinct. Conversely, industrial pizza will have a uniform golden shade, the result of a high-precision conveyor belt. Second, evaluate the goal of your experience. If you need soul food with smoky notes and artistic imperfections, choose the artisanal wood-fired oven. If you need absolute reliability and speed standardized down to the gram, choose the algorithm-driven systems. In just 10 seconds, you aren't just guessing based on the visual appeal. You're reading the DNA of the production process. Your palate will never be betrayed by a deceptive exterior again, because you've learned how to hire the right personnel for your plate. So, what should you prioritize when facing a pizza? The most practical answer doesn't lie in which topping is correct, but in what you value at this moment. An ancient artisanal legacy from the wood-fired ovens of Naples, or a marvel of optimization from global technological production lines? The journey from a flatbread saving the Neapolitan working class to being delivered into the hands of astronauts on the International Space Station proves one thing. Simplicity, when paired with flexible adaptability, creates infinite power. We aren't just eating dough and cheese, we are experiencing how a small idea conquered and united the entire planet. Even the simplest things can have the deepest roots. Don't just look at a slice. Look at how it became the universal operating system for human cuisine. If you enjoyed this story, tell us in the comments what simple thing we should explore next. Your idea might become our next episode.
I am Edward, and this is QC Project Simple Things. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the simple things in everyday life. Because what you see is never the whole story. There's always something deeper beneath the surface. See you in the next one.